welcome to this exciting video where you once again join us in the beautiful landscape of Scotland. Once again for this exciting video we're joined by Highlander 87 out here behind us, and we've actually come to a cool location in Scotland, which is the Invermark road at the top of Glennesque. And today we're punching on up this road on the scooter, which is like an electric scooter, and then this unit here, which is my mountain bike, folks, which is non-electric, just for so the viewers know I'm pedaling it all the way right here. And yeah, this is a cool wee road to go on these, because there's just crazy history all around in the lands of Invermark and Glennesque. And in today's video we'll throw the camera on as we go along here, and who knows what we're going to get into. It's often spontaneous on this channel, like we just turn left and right and we don't even know where we're going really. Oh aye, there's a vintage Ferguson tractor up there in the field. Massey Fergie doing some hay turning. It looks like a 35. Look at the size of these ferns as well at the riverside. What a madness, folks. This is the kind of lands that I promise you on the channel. It's just mad. Back roads of Scotland. This is so far up in the land, you're not actually allowed to come up here with your car unless you live up here. Look, this bridge has got some mad railings on it. Oh look, it's leaning. The wall must be about falling down, so they'll be fixing it, maintaining it. Sometimes you get harsh storms in these lands, and that's how it can take its toll on the bridges and things that's built. Anyway, I'll update you once we're around this corner, because there's a cool castle that we'll make our way past. Check this out, folks. This is Invermark Castle, built in the 1800s, no sorry, built in the 1500s as a hunting lodge for the Lindsay family, which actually owned Edsall Castle. So this was what that was built for originally back in the day. Crazy ancient Scottish history. And yeah, we're making our way further up this track. This basically keeps on going for miles and miles, and we'll get bored and turn around before you even get to the end of this road. That's how long it is. So I believe this is the river Northesk that flows down Glennesque here. And in last week's video we actually saw the river Southesk after a storm. It had flooded Glen Clova. There's some absolutely huge boulders lying over there. That's a crazy thing to notice on the way past. Like, yeah, Highlander's just waving between the big stones on the path here. See, he's got pretty small tyres on his electric scooter, so if it's too bumpy, obviously it's a no-go. But we're pretty sure the path actually smoothens up once you're past the old cemetery up here. There's an ancient cemetery and abandoned chapel for like 1700s, all the way up here in these wild lands. Check it out, folks, we're rolling into the lands here at the foot of Invermark, which is basically Loch Lee is the name of this loch here, and this is where the old graveyard is. But actually this would have been a natural small loch, which was then built as a dam. Well, there was a dam built at this end, which then raised the levels of the loch, and that's why it comes right to the edge of the historical graveyard here. Check it out, folks, ancient abandoned wee church here at the water's edge, and just look at this land. The hills are now purple with the heather. And look at this, we've got an old cattle grid here to stop the livestock going away up the town. It's amazing scenes, folks. And look how the water comes to the edge of the burial ground. Amazing. Check it out, folks, we've come into this beautiful landscape up here at Invermark, and in the distance we can actually see an incredible waterfall, but in the foreground we've actually got an amazing waterfall as well, and this is our destination. We're coming up here to chill out for a while and explore this area and get some cool shots of the waterfall. It is a mad land. We've just basically stopped at the road end here of the waterfall because there's loads of people getting photographs on the bridge, loads of tourists up in these lands, and you can't blame them when you see stuff like this. Mad hills and mountains, rivers flowing down, carving the rock and creating these incredible pieces of landscape that's hardly seen and hardly documented, folks. And that's why we're up here today as well, for an adventure. Look at all these rocks. The water flows down this place so like randomly. There's about 10 different waterfalls kind of all in one place with the same burn. So yeah, let's head on over and have a look. Highlanders managed to get all the way up here on the electric scooter, so that shows it's decent even on these Scottish tracks. Yeah, this area in front of me as well, over in the heather there, is where I came the closest I've ever been to standing on like an adder, like years ago. See that? It's like the river flows down and there's like a pool on the rocks, and then it drops down again. There's so many waterfalls all in this one area. That's why it's cool to go and have a look. We've got loads of people getting photographs up here. But see, when you look up the way as well in this glen, folks, the way the river's carved through it, it's just so incredible. It's like coming to some fairy tale land. And in the distance, we've also got another massive waterfall that we're going to come back to in the future video. Today, it's all about this spot here. Total madness in the lands of Scotland and Invermark here. Check out extreme mountain biking here, folks. We've got this massive gorge down to the left hand side, and you can actually hear it roaring at this point. The rocks is actually super worn up here, look. It's almost like the water can flow a lot higher over this land. Yeah, I'm going to pick the bike up so I can actually, I'll get the camera angle right here, folks. I've got the camera, but I'm also pushing the bike. Look at that, this is almost eerie. Look at that below us. The craziest of scenes of Scotland, and that's why I love to come to places like this for adventures. Yeah, I'm sorry for the camera angle here being a bit shaky, folks. I'm taking the bike over to this waterfall. Here, watch it, it's boggy as anything here. Look at this, folks. This is the kind of spot that we probably show on the channel. Look at this rock overhanging on the edge, looking up towards the bridge, and you can literally hear the roar. Let's parkour our way over to this rock here, folks. Yeah, look, popping under. This is a madness. Let's see if we can get a shot looking up the river. I'm also keeping one eye to the ground for adders in this land, folks. Like I say. Whoa, yeah, this is so cool. Check out this big rock, most likely like washed down the river at a certain time. Wow, what a scene of Scotland. The whole river flows through that little channel, and it's so crazy. Like, Scotland's got so many unique little corners like this. The water's pretty clear, but it does have a slight tint of yellow, and that's from the peaty water that washes off these wild hills. This is so cool, folks. I just love it. Look at that, that's a real deep pool there. There's probably fish swimming about. Brown trout, louping. Highlander's got a camera now as well, so he's actually away to get some shots and some time lapses, and I think I'll get some time lapses as well, kicking about at this spot. Anyway, explore. The land in Scotland's just so breathtaking. To see stuff like this, it's hardly seen because people didn't really come down to like every little corner, and that's why each place is so unique as well. You can just go a couple of miles or to the next river upstream, and there's just a whole unique other piece of landscape. Every place is just so much fun to explore on these videos. And yeah, I need to duck down below this rock. Whoa, I got the wobbles there. Some of these rocks has actually got like a red tint to them, but also quartz. Look at that there, it's almost shining. Whoa, this is crazy. I just love it, folks. Look at the heather as well, flowering on the hills at this time of year. Yeah, this is amazing. I love it when the water's crystal clear and you can look down in like an aquarium or some madness. Often the places that's formed and carved from nature like this are the best to explore. It's like a unique, infinite area. I mean, man, this is to see. Wow. Look, when the river's high, the water actually flows down this side as well. And look, it drops off like that. But just now you would have no idea. Obviously the waterways flow and change direction depending on the stormy conditions or the conditions of weather. I just love places like this, folks, because I always enjoy climbing. When I'm in outdoor environments and stuff, I love being able to climb and free climb rocks and places like that. So an area like this is like a playground. And look how the river flows here. I'm going to jump over to this spot and then bounce to there and then over to here, folks. This is how it is on the channel. Highlanders getting some shots of the river right here. Let's do it. Let's hit this line. Oh, we made it. That's savage. And look how there's a waterfall at this side. And then look at this side. A unique, incredible, whoa! A unique, incredible waterfall. Wow, that's so cool. Look at the way the water funnels through. Oh. There's even bluebells growing on the edge there within that clump of plants. Even water flowing around the outside. And this is like some mad outfall. What a crazy scene. Let's jump the waterfall. Whoa, this is amazing, folks. I love it. Look how clear the water is in this little pool. It's amazing the water finds its way down through these lands and then drops off so ferociously, gradually carving the stones over millions of years. Yeah, running about and jumping on rocks like this probably isn't advised unless you ken what you're doing, or unless you've got your wits about you, because they can be super slippy in the wrong conditions, especially in Scotland when it can get so like wet all of a sudden or whatever. Look, there's been like another waterfall over here. Oh look, it's mad how this place just keeps on weaving. There's some of the waterfall actually comes down this side, which is separate to the main waterfall we just saw. Look, there's a big deep hole here, carved also from the water. Whoa! That's a big, deep rock pool. Two of them. And I can't even see the bottom of that one. And that must be because the water flows down this side at the time of storms. That's amazing how deep and scary that looks. Anyway, let's bounce on over. It is super cool finding little corners of Scotland like this to record. And on a summer's day, this is where we love to come and chill out in certain areas. A place like this has got so many little nooks and crannies. Look at this, here's another kind of still rock pool here. Really deep. Or, not really deep, but it's pretty deep. And then it's just a casual little waterfall that flows away from this one. Let's have a look around this side. This is down below the level of the slightly bigger waterfall we saw. Yeah, there's so much quartz in these rocks here that it's almost shining like silver. It's like standing on a big nugget of silver. And yeah, look, the waterfall just continues further down there, and there's a whole other crazy area. Whoa, it's so deep here, right below me, and this is the overhang I'm standing on, probably no the safest. And then the waterfall there hits with so much force. Wow, that is amazing. I love this, folks, when you come to areas like this. It's so cool. I saw some little creature moving under the water right there. Check out, Highlander's a way to throw a stone in this rock pool. Let's see if we can figure out how deep it is. I might get soaked here by the water, but we'll see how it goes. Whoa! Did you hear it? Thump. I just hope I recorded that. Look at that there. That's so deep as well. These rocks are just like balancing. It's like an infinity pool and then it just drops off. This is like the amount of waterfalls in this one area is just blowing my mind. Because there's another one there, and like we've just come further and further down through this location since we got here, following the waterfalls. Did you get a slow-mo of it? Highlander's got a camera that can get slow-mos, folks, and he's managed it. I might not be able to see it on here. Tune into his channel. Check this out, folks. Highlander's actually got a slow motion function on his calendar, on his camera that we spoke about. He's a way to throw this rock in and get a shot. Don't you fall into the rock pool yourself, my man. Check it out, I'm just recording it. I was getting some time lapses. But yeah, we're gonna have a look. We're gonna... Yep, ready, man. It hit the bottom pretty quick because it made a bang. Yeah, it's maybe just dirty, peaty water. Check it out, folks. We've now got another little hangout spot here at the side of this waterfall. Look, Highlander's got a spot here. Look at this. What a madness, folks, looking into a waterfall like that from this angle. Look at it swirling and churning and then dropping off to the second level into the rock pool. All the water funneled down through that one little back. Wow, this is like a mad little pool and it just drops in. Like, to be sitting in such a cool environment, I just love it. And look at the edge of that. Crazy scenes, folks, once again on the channel. So check it out, folks, that's us riding out of this paradise spot. Whoa, my foot slipped off the pedal. It's always relaxed on this channel, folks. Whatever we get into and coming to mad bits of land like this, it's so much fun. We've just been hanging out there, kicking about by those rock pools and stuff, and chilling out by a river on a day like this. It's just so much fun. This mad lands. We will in the future as well come back to the other waterfall and do an adventure there. So cool. What is that? 3 or 4 miles to get up here. Yeah, it's cool having these modes of transport to make it a bit easier, because on foot it's a fair old walk, but there is a lot of people that do walk it. Look at this, folks, we've now come down the track and we're at the top of Loch Lee, and look at these swallows fleeing round. I think they probably live in this old house. There's an old abandoned cottage. Look at the character of that with the old front gate leading in. Oh, look, they're nesting up under the window. They're just flying around, tweeting. Hello! We're speaking to them, folks. Look, they're hovering above our heads. Anyway, yeah, we're just literally still making our way down this track, folks. I thought I would update you when we saw this cool old house with those wee beasts flying over our heads. So here we go, folks, back at the side of Invermark Castle, and what better place to end today's little adventure. So yeah, goodbye from me, goodbye from Highlander. We'll catch you very soon with the next one, wherever we end up going. I'm totally knackered after riding up some of the hills. Highlander's totally fine. He's got his electric scooter and it was super easy for him. But I shouldn't have even had the coat on today either. I'm so overheating right now. Words can't describe. And I nearly rushed this ending just because of that reason. I didn't even know what I was saying hardly. The bike steering's going out of control as I'm speaking. It's all going on. But anyway, folks, it's been another cool summer adventure up to see that waterfall and document it like never before on the channel. We got some cool time lapses and stuff up there as well, which was brilliant. So yeah, anyway, I'm ending it here. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye for me, goodbye for Highlander 87, and we'll see you soon for the next one, wherever we end up going.